Chapter 3 of Class 7th, Data Handling. In the previous session, we have already learned about our first representative value, mean. Now, in this session, we are going to learn about the other representative values, mode and median. But before learning about the definition of mode and median and how do we calculate mode and median, we have to just learn why do we need mode and median. Since we have one representative value mean, so why do we need the other representative values? So for this, just look at the following example. A shopkeeper wants to find out the weekly demand for different sizes of shirts. So he kept record of sales. Following is the record of sales of shirt for a week. So here is the record of sales of shirt for a week which is kept by the shopkeeper. Now he wants to know which shirt sizes he will keep in stock. For this, he tried to find out the mean of the given data. So the mean of the total shirts sold equals to 105 divided by 5 equals to 21. In the previous session, we have learned that mean of a given data equals to sum of all observations divided by number of observations. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 observations, and the sum of all these 5 observations is 105. So the mean of total shirts sold equals to 105 divided by 5 equals to 21. Now the question arises, should he obtain 21 shirts of each size? So let us suppose if he keep 21 shirts of each size, that is he have 21 shirts of size 90 centimeter, 21 shirts of size 95 centimeter, 21 shirts of size 100 centimeter, and etc. So in this way, if he will keep 21 shirts of each size, then will he be able to cater to the needs of the customers? For example, he have 21 shirts of size 95 centimeter, but the weekly demand for shirt of size 95 centimeter is 22. So if he keep 21 shirts of size 95 centimeter, then there is a shortage of one shirt. Similarly, he have 21 shirts of size 100 centimeter, but the demand is 32. So again there is a shortage of shirts of size 100 centimeter. Similarly, there is a shortage of shirts of size 105 centimeter. So in this way, we learn that here the mean is not the correct representative value for this given set of observations. So for this we need another representative value, and that another representative value is mode. So now let's see what is a mode and how do we calculate the mode of given set of observations. So mode of a set of observations is the observation that occurs most often, that is a number that appears most frequently in a data set. So mode of a set of observation is a number that appear maximum number of times in a data set. So if you want to calculate the mode of a given set of observation, then you have to just look for a number which is occurring maximum number of times in the given set of observation. That number is known as mode. So a set of number can have one mode. That means there is only one number in the set of observation which is occurring most frequently, or it can have more than one mode. More than one mode means a set of observation having numbers which were occurring same number of times, or a set of observation can have no mod at all. No mod at all means all the numbers of the given set of observation, they are occurring equal number of times. So let's try to understand this by some examples. So here, this is the first example I am taking. In this set of observation, the number which is occurring maximum number of times is 15. So the mod of this given set of observation is 15. Now let's move on to our next example. In this set of observation, two numbers were occurring same number of time. The first number is 3 and the second number is 15. So here we can say that 3 and 15 both are occurring maximum number of time. So this set of observation has two model values. The first one is 3 and the second one is 15. Now let's see another example. In this example, all the numbers of this set of observations were occurring same number of times. So if a set of observation have numbers which were occurring same number of time, then that set of observation has no model value. So this set of observation has no model value, or we can say mod does not exist for this set of observation. So we have seen that in some situations arithmetic mean is an appropriate measure of central tendency. Measure of central tendency is another term used for representative value. So in some situation we find out that arithmetic mean is an appropriate representative value for a given set of observations, whereas in some situations mod is an appropriate representative value for a given set of observation. So if we have two representative values, then why do we need a third representative value, median? So to understand this, we have to just consider this example. Consider a group of 17 students with the following heights. So here we have a group of 17 students with the following heights. Now their game teacher wants to divide them in two groups. So the first criteria for dividing them in two groups she is using is she is trying to find out the mean of this given set of data. So the mean of this given set of data is equals to 113.5. So if the teacher divides them on the basis of this mean height such that one group has students of height less than the mean height, that is one group has students whose height is less than 113.5 and the other group has students with height more than the mean height, that is the other group has those students whose height is more than 113.5 centimeter. So in this way our first group has 7 members and the second group has 10 members. So by using the mean as a criteria for dividing them in two groups, it is not possible to divide the student in two groups. So here our mean is not a correct representative value for this set of observation. Now let's try to find out the mod of given set of observation. Again, we have a group of 17 students and the game teacher want to divide them in two groups. So now she is trying to use the model value of this given set of observation for dividing the students in two groups. So the mod of this given set of observation is 115 centimeter, because 115 is a number which is occurring maximum number of time. So if the teacher divide the student in two groups in such a way that our one group has all those students whose height is less than 115 centimeter, and the other group has all those students whose height is greater than or equal to 115 centimeter, then our first group has 7 students and the second group has 10 students. So again, this model value is not appropriate for dividing the students in two groups. So we need a third representative value, and that third representative value is known as median. So let's see what is median and how do we calculate the median of this given set of observation. So median is the value which lies in the middle of the data with half of the observations above it and other half below it. So it is the value which lies exactly in the middle of the data, having half of the observations above it and half of the observations below it. So how do we calculate median? We have to follow these steps for finding median of a given set of observations. So the first step of finding median is to arrange the given set of observations in ascending or descending order. After arranging the set of observations in ascending or descending order, you have to find out the middlemost observation. For finding the middle observation, you have to follow these two steps. If the number of observations is a number which is an odd number, that means if the total number of observations in a given set of data is a number which is an odd number, that is a number which is not divisible by 2, like 3, 5, 7, 9, then in that case you can easily find out the middlemost observation, and that value of our middlemost observation is the value of median of given data. So if the number of observations is odd, then the middlemost observation is the value of median of given data. But the problem is when the number of observations is even. Even means a number which is divisible by 2, like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So if number of observations is even, then in that case you have two numbers in the middle. So for finding out the median of that set of data, you have to find out the value of average of those two middlemost observations. The average of middlemost observations is the value of median of given data. So let's understand this whole process by means of an example. So here I am considering the same example where a group of 17 students with the following heights is given, and now I am trying to find out the median of this given set of observations. So for finding the median, I have to first arrange this data in ascending or descending order. So I am arranging this data in ascending order. After arranging the data in ascending order, I am trying to find out the middlemost observation. So for this, you can try to find out the middlemost observation like this. This one is our leftmost observation. This is the rightmost observation. Second leftmost, this one, here this one, this one, this one. Then here 110, here 115, this one, 115, 115. So that means our middlemost observation is 115. or you can try to find out the middlemost observation like this. The number of observation is 17, so just add 1 to 17. So 17 plus 1 and then divide the result by 2. So 17 plus 1 is 18 and 18 divided by 2 is 9. So the middlemost observation is our 9th observation. So just count from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our 9th observation, and this 9th observation is the middlemost observation of this given set of observation. So the median of this given set of data is 115. So either you can try to find out the middlemost observation like this, or you can find out using this formula. So you have to just find out the total number of observation, and after getting the total number of observation, add 1 to it and divide the result by 2. After dividing, we get 9. So you have to just look out for the 9th observation from the leftmost corner, or you can try to find out the 9th observation from the rightmost corner. So 115 is the median of this given set of data. So now if we arrange, so now this median divides our whole set of observation in two groups. The first group which lies before this value, and the second group which lies after this value. So the teacher keep this student as a referee in the game and divide the rest of 16 students in two groups. So in this way, our median help us to divide a group of 17 students in two groups equally. Now what happened if the group of students has 18 students, that is a number which is a even number. So now we have even number of observations, and we will try to find out the median of this given set of observation. So again, the first step is to arrange the given set of observations in ascending or descending order. So after arranging the given set of observations in ascending and descending order, now we will try to find out the middlemost observation. So here the problem is, when we try to find out the middlemost observation, then we get two numbers at the middle. So again, try like this one, 102, 123, 105, 120, 106, 120, 109, 117, 110. So here 115, 110, here 115 again, 112, here 115 again. So you can see that there are two values in the middle. So in this case, you have to find out the average of these two values. So average can be found out by adding these two values and then dividing them by 2. So 115 plus 115 equals to 230, and by dividing it by 2 we get 115. So 115 is the median of this set of observation. You can also find out the middlemost value by using a formula which is average of n by 2th observation. So you have to find out first of all the n by 2th observation, and n by 2 plus 1 these two observations. So you have to find out the n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation. So n by 2 means here number of observation is 18. So n by 2 is 18 by 2. So 18 by 2 means you have to find out the ninth observation. So the first middlemost observation is our ninth observation, and then you have to find out n by 2 plus 1. So you have to find out 9 plus 1. 9 plus 1 means 10. So you have to find out two observations. The first observation is our ninth observation and the second one is 10th observation. And after finding out the ninth and 10th observation, you have to calculate the average of these two observations. So let's try to find out our ninth observation from the leftmost corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So again, this is the ninth observation of this given set of observation, and this is the 10th observation of this given set of observation. So after finding out the ninth and 10th observation, you have to find out the average of these two values. So the average is 115. So the mean of this given set of observation is 115.